Yeah. Yeah. Good evening,
Yeah,
everyone.
thank you.
This is
Yeah,
Vivek.
I'll just start with.
Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. This is Hyse Placements and Hyse Digital Academy. So we are here for the demo class of blockchain and AWS Devops. So this is conducted by Hyse Placements and Hyse Digital Academy. This is a training program which is for 5 months, and we are costing only 500 rupees for this 5 months. In this training classes, you will be getting the IT courses like Salesforce, Java, digital marketing, WordPress, data science, which is both AI and ML, blockchain, AWS DevOps, PHP Android, cloud computing, Service Node, Muelsoft, UiPath, testing, which is both automation and Selenium, Python, which is full stack web development, AngularJS, Node.js, React.js, as well as .NET MVC. Under non-IT courses, we are covering HR, banking, BPO, MS Office, MS Excel, interview skills plus communication skills. So these are the courses which are conducted under this training part. And these classes are going to start from our Jan 5th. And under these training program, you'll be not only getting training, you'll also get internship with along with the certification. Also, you have a chance of working on live projects, and you'll be getting the job assistance. As you all know, Hyse has been associated with almost top 150 plus MNC companies, which gives salary of around 3 to 12 lakhs per annum. So after this training, as you are registered with Hyse, you will be getting a chance to enter into your career path through these MNC companies. So whenever they have their openings at their end, you will be notified and you will be guided to crack the interviews. So, guys, this training programs are taken by trainers who have almost 10 plus years of experience in the market industry. So, you can get the best training from these trainers. And also, these training batches are divided into two batches, morning and evening batch. Morning batch will be from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and evening batch will be from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. These timings are almost feasible for all the categories like working women or the employees who are having a 9 to 6 hours. So everybody has this opportunity to avail this program. So I request everyone to share this information among your friends network so that even they can get the advantage and they can avail this program, which is at of almost a very low cost. Also, I request everyone to be on mute for the whole session uh, and write down your queries or doubts, whatever you have, so that you will be getting a chance to ask at the end of the session. Thank you, guys, and I request Vivek sir to take up the session now.
Yeah. Thank you, Yogesh. Yeah.
You're
Hi.
welcome, sir.
Yeah. Let me introduce myself. My name is Vivek Raghunathan. I've been in this industry for more than 15 years. Currently, I'm into the cloud practitioner as well as the cloud architect, uh, working in a multiple MNC company in UK. Um, so we are going to have two sessions or two uh, courses we are going to discuss today. One is a blockchain, another one is in cloud computing along with the AWS plus DevOps. Okay, so I would say like in 12 plus people are joined in this forum. Uh, Hope you guys already have a hands-on experience in computer science, or you may have a background of the computer knowledge, right? Uh, the first we'll go with then cloud computing with AWS and DevOps, and then we go on with the blockchain. Let me share my screen. Okay. So I will give the brief introduction about the what exactly we are going to cover in this the AWS session with the DevOps, and also with the blockchain. Okay, so we will be covering the fundamentals of cloud computing. Basically, what is cloud computing? What type of cloud it has? what type of, probably you would have heard about the private cloud, public cloud, and the hybrid cloud, right? So what is type it is, why we require multiple clouds, who are the providers, who are the leading providers like an AWS, Azure, and GCP, right? Google Cloud Platform. So we are going to have a brief introduction about the cloud platform and why we required and what is the benefit of using the cloud architecture, how the architecture has been enhanced, what we are going to utilize, how we are going to utilize the services. So we are going to focus on the AWS as an AWS the session, but we'll be touch base with the other services like an Azure and DCP, whatever the service be, the naming only it will be changing, but the service or the flow will be the same. So I would suggest to go with any one cloud. So we go with an AWS. So you try to understand the AWS workflow, architecture, and the services belongs to the AWS, and then try to understand the other cloud. So that will help you on the DevOps perspective. Okay. Uh, Hopefully you guys have heard about the DevOps. If not, then we also introduce about why we require a DevOps. What is the purpose of DevOps? What is the role we are going to have a DevOps engineer? Uh, uh, what potential we have in the market? What are the technology we required to be there, be a DevOps engineer? What are the tools and services we required? Basic knowledge about the DevOps. Okay, so that you can able to uh, work on a day-to-day basis as a DevOps engineer along with a cloud engineer. So we'll be covering. I'm just going to give the topics. What are the topics we are going to cover? But we are going to discuss more about in the coming sessions. Okay, so AWS, yes, as I said before, we are going to give the brief about the AWS. What is the classification it has, and what kind of a data structure we have, how the underlying data architecture it has been built up, what are the service it has, how it has been integrating as an account management, like we call it as an IAM, that's a major services. Uh, and also we are going to have an storage, networking, and then the compute. Okay, so when we take up the cloud or when you take up any of the infrastructure in IT environment, right? So we'll be covering most of the with the computing. Computing is nothing but it's your server. It may be a virtual server or it may be a physical server. They all each and every services may call it as a separate name. Here in Amazon, we call it as an EC2. The EC2 is nothing but it's a computing server where you should have a virtual machine like our normal server, physical server. We have a virtual servers. Uh, we don't require any data center to be managed. So everything will be managed by the AWS. So that's called as in public mm, cloud data center. We also have the private cloud data center as well as the hybrid data centers. So that's we will be covered. Okay. In AWS, the services which we are going to cover more and more about the IAM, storage, compute, networking, and then some services of the ECS. Okay. So these are the major services we are going to cover, and we are also have the um, workshop. You may have some kind of an hands-on experience in that. So you have to set up an AWS account for your own, and then you try to do your building up a new service, right? If you guys have any questions, probably you can pass that, and then you can just ping me in the chat, or let's have after the sessions we completed. Okay, so this is what we are going to cover in the DevOps AWS. In DevOps, additionally, we are going to have another the technology lying on it. There are multiple utilities, multiple services we are going to cover in the DevOps. Major services will be like in Kubernetes. The Kubernetes is an orchestration of a container. So container is a new technology where instead of having a virtual machines, we are going to have a new container. So container, what is container? Why we require a container? What is the benefits of using the container than virtual machines? Why the physical data center or the data center which we are holding as in dedicated data centers is moving to the virtual machine, from the virtual machines to the virtual environment, from the virtual environment to the containers. That's the four major new technology we are going to learn in these sessions. Okay, so how we are going to manage the Docker? So when we say Docker, Docker is nothing but it's a container, right? Where so what is the purpose of the container? How the orchestration is going to be happen? That will be covered in the Kubernetes and container part. Okay, and also we are going to give you some kind of an brief introductions about how the automation can be happen using any kind of any automation in the infrastructure, cloud infrastructure, right? Like in probably you would have heard about the terminology called an Terraform or cloud formation. So these are the scripting languages for automating our entire environment. So that is also we are going to touch base in these coming classes. Okay, so this is a brief, quick introductions about the AWS and the DevOps sessions. If you have any doubts, probably you can raise the question now, so that we can. If it is no questions, then we can move on to the blockchain. Okay, shall I move on to it?
Guys, if you have any questions, please drop on to the query box also,
Yeah.
or further move on to the next part.
Okay. Okay, so if you have any doubts, so it's probably you would have vague whatever I'm speaking now, right? So probably you would have heard about new things, or you would have heard first time, or you already aware of it. It doesn't matter for us, right? So we will be learning from the beginning, like it's a fundamental. So when we take it up the cloud computing or when we take up the AWS, we are going for the very fundamental level. What is server, how it is computing. So we are going to touch base those things in the sessions. Okay. So if you feel that it is all new jargons you have heard, then no worry about it. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the blockchain based. Okay. So now, again, this is a new terminology or new technology. You would have heard about the blockchain. At least if you're not about heard about the blockchain, you would have heard about the cryptocurrencies, right? Like, and you would have heard about the Bitcoin or you heard about the Ethereum. So in this course, I will clearly like to set up an division where we are not going to discuss, we are not going to do any trading in the blockchain sessions. Okay, we are not going to give any tips. We are not going to do any trading, or it's not about the investment, or it's not about the any trading. Okay, so we are going to cover more and more about the technology behind the cryptocurrency, what is blockchain, how the blockchain is utilized in the multiple use cases, what is decentralized, why we require a decentralized system, how the traditional system is different from the decentralized, what is the benefit it has, what is the private and public keys, which has the transparency, trustable, as well as in terms of security, right? So these are the things we are going to cover. But somewhere we are also touch base the what is cryptocurrency, how the cryptocurrency mining happening, what is the wallet. So this was the introduction of new things we are going to cover in the blockchain sessions. But we are more keen on about the technology. What is again here, it also has a private blockchain as well as the public blockchain, or we call it as a permission blockchain or permissionless blockchain, right? So what are the tools we are have? What are the providers giving the private blockchain? What is probably you would have heard about if it is more relevant to the blockchain. It may be an you would have heard about the hyper hyperledger. You would have heard about the Ethereum. So what is the difference it has? Why multiple blockchains? What is coin it has? What is the difference between coin and as well as token? Uh, at least you would have heard about NFT. Okay, non-fungible token. What is non-fungible token? uh, how the non-fungible token works, how we can create an blockchain code, what is the technology behind in that, how the architecture was designed. So all those things we are going to cover in this sessions. Okay, so more and more about the introduction of the blockchain, why we require a blockchain, what is uh, the purpose of blockchain, what are the use case we can develop and deploy, uh, what types of blockchain we have in this. So all those things we are going to cover. Okay, so again, this is again touch base with more and more about the fundamentals. And also we are going to use the Solidity program. So there are few things which is we can deploy or we can develop in this Solidity as a decentralized application. So I will let you know about what are the Solidity program, how we can create a decentralized application, right? So these are the things we will be covering in this. Uh, so this is more deep dive into the Ethereum and then as well as the private blockchain, like called in a Hyperledger Fabric. Okay, so this is the quick introductions about the blockchain based. Okay, so if you guys have any, again, these are all new technologies you would have heard about or you would like to learn. This has a lot of market potential where you may immediately get an job and you can get placed into it. Okay, and you get a fatty payroll, right? So that's the idea behind it. Please make use of these sessions, and if you, I would like to have more and more interactive sessions uh, than keep quiet and then listening from one way, right? So I like to have a more interactive sessions, and then and there we will try to solve the problem or try to get your answer your queries, and then we'll try to learn. Okay, yeah. This was the introduction of both the blockchain as well as the AWS plus DevOps computing.
Uh, yeah, Vivek, thank you so
Yeah.
much for that. Great session. And guys, if you have any queries, you can ask now, else we can have it during our regular classes. Okay, we'll give it a closure now. So, guys, this is the demo class of AWS DevOps and blockchain. So, classes are going to start from Jan 1st. And this is a training program which is provided by Hyse Placements and Hyse Digital Academy. So we cover IT courses like Salesforce, Java, digital marketing, WordPress, data science, AI and ML, blockchain, AWS Devops, PHP Android, cloud computing, service node, Muelsoft, UiPath, testing, which is both automation and Selenium, Python, full stack web development, AngularJS, Node.js, React.js, and .NET MVC. Along with this, we have non-IT courses like HR, banking, Bpo, MS Office, MS Excel, interview skills, and Com Skills. So, guys, these are the courses that are taken up, and we have trainers who are almost having 10 plus years of experience in this market industry. And we have two sessions, morning and evening batch. Morning batch is from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and evening batch is from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. So under this training part, you will not only get this training, along with the training, you'll be getting certification, job assistance, internship too. So guys, don't miss this opportunity. Register yourself as soon as possible and get yourself advantage. Guys, as all you know, Hyse Placement is associated with top 150 plus MNC companies whose salary starts from 3 lakhs to 12 lakhs per annum. So you will be getting job assistance for all these MNC companies whenever they have openings. As you get registered with Hyse after your training part, you will be notified with all these notifications whenever there are openings in the respective MNC companies. So guys, I request everyone to share this information among your friends network so that even they can have this advantage. Thank you guys for attending this session. Thank you so much, Vivek, for having this great session.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, you can stop the
Yeah,
recording
there
now.
is one guy who has raised the hands. Let me. Yes, on that. Do you have any
Do you have
questions?
any questions? Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Sir, sorry to I'm didn't join the class from 6 o'clock evening. So, what is when will the classes will be start, sir? Actual classes will be for AWS DevOps.
I think it'll be starting from January.
Okay. And the date
Yes,
confirm.
it starts from January. Yes, Santosh.
Yeah, any date confirm at what date?
I
Sorry,
think
Santosh, you're
Yogeshwari will
not
be in
audible.
touch with you on this. Yeah, Yogeshwari actually he's asking about which date it will be starting from the AWS and blockchain courses. So I think that
Santosh?
will be informed you later. Yeah, I think that will be informed you later. Probably you can touch base with Yogeshwari or the Hyse placement team.
Okay.
They will inform you about
Okay,
the.
sir. We shall end the session now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.